With the return of Marvel's What If series, many have made mention of how random a lot of the ideas are. What if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? What if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper? What if Happy Hogan saved Christmas? Yeah, not very interesting concepts, especially when you compare them to their comic book counterparts. They'd go more along the lines of, what if Thanos came to Earth to start collecting the stones in the first Avengers film? What if M'Baku won the challenge against T'Challa and claimed the mantle of Black Panther? Or, hey, what if Valkyrie faced the consequences of her actions? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Valkyrie is an underutilized character with great potential for exploration. So, walk with me while we wishfully wrestle with the wavering interest in this MCU character and ponder the question, what if? With everything we know about Valkyrie, the easiest way to explore her character would be by having her past catch up with her, both in relation to her dying comrades and her horrible actions on Sakaar. How, you might ask? Well, since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and more recently She-Hulk have given us a few examples of rogue Asgardians running around causing havoc on Earth, as the king of New Asgard, Valkyrie could be held accountable for it. After hearing accusations of her being a negligent king and conspiracies of her encouraging an Asgardian uprising, Valkyrie tells the public that she will single-handedly stop all the rogue Asgardians, in an attempt to restore her positive image while also getting herself back on the battlefield. She gears up in her classic Valkyrie armor, grabs Zeus's Thunderbolt, and as she charges it to travel, the camera zooms in and boom, theme song. Keeping with the hard rock and metal themes of the recent Thor films, I think Valkyrie could use something similar but different for her theme song. I'm thinking Layla by Derek and the Dominoes. If you have a better idea, let me know in the comments. Anyway, the theme song's visuals should be a montage of images of her stopping different Asgardians from different parts of the world, in the same art style as Odin's throne, showing the audience that she's been at it for a while. We cut back to the show, and Val's just returning to New Asgard with her most recent rogue Asgardian. She's called a traitor for arresting them, but Val pretends not to care. She's told by her royal guards that there've been reports of another rogue in Hell's Kitchen. Valkyrie sighs, exclaiming that she may have bitten off more than she can chew, but persists nonetheless. She arrives at the scene of the crime, where she has a run-in with Ghost Rider. Wait, you're not Asgardian, Valkyrie ponders out loud. The two fight, ultimately ending with Ghost Rider having Valkyrie chained up in flames. He pulls her closer and uses the penance stare, forcing her to mentally relive every atrocity she committed on Sakaar, while also showing the audience what kind of person she was before Thor showed up. Valkyrie blacks out, and when she comes to, the whole street is set ablaze. People surround her, taking pictures of what they assume was her fault. Unable to assess the situation properly, she uses Thunderbolt to return to New Asgard. Sad that her sentimental armor is burnt, Valkyrie, being a strategist, hatches a plan to go undercover through Hell's Kitchen to figure out what might be going on. So, she dons a leather biker jacket, blue jean shorts, and some high boots, but since she's not completely accustomed to Earth's fashion, she still adds a few Asgardian touches, as well as a retractable spear. She even puts her hair in pigtails, paying a nice homage to her comic book design. Pretty cool, huh? To make a long story short, Valkyrie meets Ghost Rider again, and though she's eager for round 2, he explains to her that there's been a misunderstanding. He came to Hell's Kitchen to fight a fire demon that's been traveling through different forms of hell. Knowing that the people of Hell's Kitchen think the fires were her fault, Valkyrie vows to slay this demon to regain favor for New Asgard. The two team up, and while they track down the demon, they have some good back and forth dialogue about consequences, the afterlife, and purpose, leaning into the show's central theme of redemption. It'd work well for these characters too, because they'd both understand what it's like to make deals with horrible people. And just for fun, have Valkyrie tease Ghost Rider about his method of transportation. Anyway, they find the demon, and surprise surprise, it knows Valkyrie. The demon tells her he traveled many realms searching for whichever hell she ended up in, just so he could end her after sending his offspring to death in the battle arena on Sakaar. Ghost Rider asks if she knows who he's talking about, and she doesn't answer. The two defeat the demon in an epic fight, and Valkyrie asks Ghost Rider, "Can sins be forgiven?" To which he responds with, "Can't say. I've never tried." Valkyrie walks away, telling him she needs to return to New Asgard, and says, "Oh, and thank you." "For what?" "Your bike." Valkyrie pulls the throttle, the bike ignites on flames, and she teleports away with Thunderbolt. Valkyrie goes home and reflects on things, knowing that she now has to deal with rogue Asgardians and Sicarians. I'm thinking 8 episodes, 30 minutes each, hard focus on Valkyrie's character and how she can redeem herself from her previous actions, give it a nice hard rock soundtrack, sprinkle some comic book Asgardians here and there, end the series with Beta Ray Bill showing up, and that is how to fix Valkyrie. For those unaware, this was taken directly from my video, How to Fix Valkyrie, where I went into depth about how that character has been portrayed thus far. If you want to hear more about it, be sure to check that video out. And I mean, hey, you might as well check out my social medias, but especially Twitch if you want to see me live stream. And oh my gosh, guess what? There's finally a new episode of the Junior and Marcus Talk podcast. Be sure to check it out. It was for Christmas. And yeah, we'll be more consistent. Don't worry, I swear. I also have merch, so be sure to check that out too. And Discord. So, what's a what if concept that you think would work for a show or movie or anything, really? Let me know in the comments down below. Until then, I'll leave you with this.
Nej, maar wat was jouw is niet op raak, jammer. Waarom zorg je van? Hoor, is dit een huis?